regular season, they went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give, right side. McNeil. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Down, 50, plant, smooth.
Check tight, check tight. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Coming to you, coming to you. Mike 96, Mike 96.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96.
Say go.
He'll look to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first. Down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Sets up 4th down.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. His throw incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards the pickup there. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Now it's Jackson. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Here we go. Henry, 53. Switch up, switch up.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And he's going to go down again. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run on first down. McNeil. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McNeil. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Easy.
First throw now for the backup Breeze. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Check.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first. On first down, Rice. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and 11 now. Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On third down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Watch the pass. Check 26. Check 8.
Jackson now to throw again. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Check 4, check 4. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Breeze now, just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here.
Hey, zoom.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
Hey, Haywood. 52. On the touch.
Breeze to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
52's a Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, Echo.
Let him know, let him know.
Mike, 52.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jackson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes left side. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
On the deep ball. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback!
53, Mike.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
14. Hey, high 7.
Breeze now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a gain of 3. Brings
Ready.
up 3rd and 11.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 36. 54, right there. 54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Tackle.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Second down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check. Lucky. He's crossing.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an...
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All day, just like that.
Now Jackson, going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off play action. Jackson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
We want it. Come to my world.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Keep playing all day.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You kill.
Mike by 2.
Now Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Breeze going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
Jackson down. Throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Throwing on second and 8. Breeze. The hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The way in, touchdown, New York. A big play there, 68 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. McNeil. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Danny. Whip. Watch the whip.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
21.
There's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watts. How did he stay on his feet? And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Ready. You ready? Over.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll run on 1st down. McNeil, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the Ravens' 22-yard line.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Ready. Yellow lady.
52 right here. 52. I'm coming. I'm coming.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Brings up 3rd down. Tonight's final score, Jets
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the Pigs.